there and then scare them in the middle of the night.
It's amazing. I went and saw The Elephant Man when I was a kid in the theater. Like, my uncle took me.
Oh, yeah.
At a very impressionable age. I was like 12 or 13. I just remember the feeling of the sticky movie theater floor on my hands. I was so terrified at the film. And that's a moment that I still try at 32 to get rid of.
The Elephant Man?
Yeah, it scared the crap.
Tearjerker.
Those were the things that drove you. You were into that sort of thing.
Yeah. I don't know.
Man, no, I think
don't know
that's
what my problem is. No, it was funny. The other night, I actually screened The Devil's Rejects for the first time with my parents. And it just hit me. I was looking at them, and they were watching it, like... And I could tell, like, you know, after 40 years, they were like, what is wrong with our kid? I was like, I don't know. Yeah, sorry.
Well, what was Halloween like for you? Was that I mean, what did you dress? Was that a day to wear a suit, or?
No.
What did you do?
Well, I was, looking back, I was a little retarded when it came to picking out a costume. And, because I'd always want to make my own, which is a dangerous thing for a kid. And my big failure one year was, you know, in the back of comic books, like in the 70s, you could order masks really cheap. So I ordered this Neanderthal man mask. It was like a caveman mask. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to wear that and a hockey uniform. But I didn't really have the whole uniform. And then I made some other thing. And I was like, it's like a hockey monster caveman. And I had this whole concept for it. I was like, I'm going to win first.
You should write for this show.
Yeah, I thought I'm going to win first prize. I was like so excited. And I walked in there. I looked like a mental patient in this mask. And I walk in, all these kids have like these perfect pirate costumes and things, and I was like...
And you were a hockey player,
I was there like 5 minutes, and I went home and totally embarrassed.
Oh, that's funny.
Because I was like, yeah, forget it.
Well, we know you from obviously White Zombie, and of course the director of House of a Thousand Corpses, but you've had some other pretty interesting jobs.
Well, yeah, kind of. Well, when I lived in New York, I mean, after giving up bike messenger days, because I kept getting hit by cars. And well, it's only a matter of time before you go from bike messenger to dispatcher, because you're in half a body cast. You know, that's always the next step. So I gave that up, and I got a good job as a production assistant on Pee-wee's Playhouse for a while in the first season. Okay. Insert Pee-wee joke here.
Yeah. I don't know. That kind of fits, though. How was that gig?
You know, production assistant is terrible, you know. You do all the crappy jobs nobody wants.
Right.
But it was all right. But then I got a better job working for porno magazines.
Now we're talking. Bingo. Here we go, kids. Tell me all about it.
Well, that was good. That was a good job.
Like Penthouse, Playboy, Hardcore.
No,
what are we talking
wish.
here, Rob?
It was like, you know how you, like if you go to one of those newsstands that has a lot of porno.
Yeah.
You know, okay, here's the ones you've heard of, and then there's all these other ones where you're like, who reads that?
Yes.
You know, like,
I love those.
Over 50. Big butt, you know.
And they're usually like
skank.
And they're chained, like, you know, they have to unlock
horrible.
it.
Those are the ones I work for. They're all done by one company. It was just me and this one other person. We'd crank out like 10 magazines a week.
Oh, those are just like the gnarly porn.
Oh yeah, it's just disgusting. But they make a lot of money. But that was the best paying job I ever had.
And what were the names of some of the publications?
Well, the big one was Celebrity Sleuth, which is, I think they still have, where they would uncover nude photos of celebrities.
Right.
That was very popular.
Like, it was just images off the screen lifted into print?
Yeah, or...
Like Mr. Skin?
Yeah, it was like the original Mr. Skin. I actually just did an interview with Mr. Skin.
Sorry, are we on the air? Is this...
Is any of this airable?
Let's order a beer.
No, but I guess Mr. Skin would worship Celebrity Sleuth, because Celebrity Sleuth, you know, like, I don't know, Suzanne Summers in a wet T-shirt or something like that. You know? But a lot of times they'd have a picture of somebody who wasn't the celebrity, and it'd be like, well, is this Adrienne Barbeau?
Yes.
You know,
and you would always tell yourself, yes, it is, it is, it is.
Yeah, it clearly wasn't, but, you know, we can wonder. So that was a good job.
That's a great gig.
And then it was, you know, like over 40 was a big one.
Oh, yeah, that's big with
Which
freaks.
when you're 18 seems like over 40, who wants to look at that? But, you know, now it's...
Well, it's like people who buy Barely Legal, like the...
Yeah, Barely Legal.
Over 40 doesn't seem that sort of weird, though. It like, over 80
now, it seemed weird at the time,
yeah. The Devil's Rejects is the film, and there's some of the characters from House of a Thousand Corpses are in this, but it's not the sequel to the film.
I'm not calling it a sequel because, as we all know, sequels are crap. So... I'm calling it, you know, it's totally not a different film with some crossover characters, as would be, you know, The Spy Who Loved Me to Goldfinger. Right. You know, it's not a sequel necessarily.
Right, like, I mean, like a sister film.
Right, yeah, it's just another adventure, say.
And some of the characters are in,
right,
like your wife's character.
Yes, she's in there.
Baby.
Yes.
Fantastic. Let's take a look at, actually, this is your wife's scene.
Yeah, it's actually, this is William Forsythe terrorizing my wife.
Here you go. The Devil's Rejects.
smell? It smells like rabbit!
Yes. I like it. Do people laugh when they watch that genre of film? Because it's kind of weird. I mean, it's built to scare the crap out of you.
Well, it's funny. People, this film's funny for that because when I have screened it, like people start off laughing because they think, oh, it's supposed to be funny for some reason. But the movie turns so dark that you always feel that like and you can sense, well, that'll be the last laugh of the movie.
Right.
Because it turns really, really dark.
Good, as it should. If you're attached
disturbing.
to it.
Yeah.
I found it interesting that your upcoming project is with a guy who writes for SpongeBob SquarePants.
Yes, it is.
How the hell is that possible?
Well, I had an idea for this animated film that I took to Film Roman, who do like King of the Hill and Simpsons, and I pitched it to them. They want to do it, and it's about this over-the-hill, overweight, alcoholic Mexican wrestler. And they went for it. And it's sort of his adventures trying to get laid and stuff. You know, he kind of fights crime, but not really. He's just sort of like hunting down strippers.
Right.
And they're like, well, what do you want it to look like? What do you want it to look like? I go, I want it to be like SpongeBob, but X-rated.
Right.
So they hooked me up with a guy from SpongeBob, and we've been working on it for about a year.
Oh, that's going to be awesome.
And it's filthy. It's a filthy cartoon.
You're a fine man. Thank you, Rob. Thanks for being here,
Thanks
brother.
for
I appreciate it. Rob Zombie, everybody. The Devil's Rejects. Be sure and check that out from theaters now. Kevin Brennan's here. He'll make you laugh right after this. Max.